Family first, yeah. Stay on track. Talking real life. Never hold back. From the struggles to the highs, we make it last. Tune in, lock in. It's the Family First podcast. Family first, yeah. Stay on track. Talking real life. Never hold back. From the struggle to the highs, we make it last. Tune in, lock in. It's the Family First podcast. We talking life, talking dreams, trying to break the chains. From the struggles and the hustle through the joy and pain. It's for the moms, it's for the dads, for the kids we raise. Every episode hitting like the vibe we crave. We ain't fake.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Family First Podcast. I am your host, Tagged Up Gaming. You know what I'm saying? And we here with another episode. Now, before we get into what we need to get into, I'm going to let all my peoples introduce themselves, starting off with the closest one. Let's get it. Introduce yourself.
What up? I'm Lil A. Y'all know who I be. I'm that most, I mean, handsomest guy ever. You know what I'm talking about? But you know, it is what it is. But I'm gonna let you do this. I'm just gonna participate, sit back, and enjoy the show a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's my job. I'm the host. That's my job. Your job is to contribute. Next introduction.
What's up, man? Y'all already know who it is, man. It's your boy TMBLJ, man. Telemade, nigga. Tap in.
And last but not least,
This is Bison, the movement, is everywhere.
okay.
And
Now,
on
first,
all trucks and all platforms.
that's right. Now, I want to first off thank you, gentlemen, for attending this episode. Since I'm hosting, you know, it's going to be a little different. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a little different. So I'm going to walk y'all through this. Make this real simple. Any one of y'all say the words feel and want, I'm muting you for 15 seconds. That is women talk, that is children talk, and we will not allow that on a man talk. Feel and want will not be allowed. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into these topics. The first topic I am going to bring up is intimacy after betrayal. The question is, can you reconnect when trust is broken?
Okay.
And if you can, tell me how. And if you cannot, tell me how.
I'll start this one off.
Go ahead, bro.
I ain't
You got
getting the same type of trust back. I mean, the only way that you really can get it back maybe is if y'all go to therapy. But most people ain't trying to do therapy. But it's a fine line between, love and hate. So, once you cross that line, you really have to be careful for real. Unless you like a real smart person and you know how to move past stuff and wiggle, through life. But most of the time, it's you're not coming back to that side. Like most people's betrayal, they don't think about loyalty first, and that's just the truth. Now, like I said, if you got a good understanding with that person and you didn't like, throw them over the boat with you with whatever you did, maybe. But a lot of times you can't come back, especially
Jay?
the ladies.
Jay?
Um, um, and I'm only speaking from experience
That's all I need you to. That's all we looking for. Speak from experience.
because I've been on both sides of the spectrum.
Yep.
I've been a cheater, I've been a cheater, and I've been the person that's been cheated on. Being a cheater is very hard to establish that trust again.
Yep.
Being the person that's being cheated on, it depends on the person in the situation that you with and where they mind it
Well,
and how they think and how they move.
let me paint a
And
scenario.
okay,
Because I read one of your statuses, and I swear to God, when I read this shit, it felt like I was looking at myself 3 years ago.
Go ahead.
And it was about how your ex was messing with your homie and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's put that in a scenario because I've been in that position before. It is a very terrible position to be in, but individuals realize that they're better off later on. So I do want to ask you, how do you? Because that was pretty much the question. Let's put that scenario into the question.
Okay.
After you deal with that,
Mm-hmm.
like, how do you trust the next? How do you get intimate with the next after being betrayed by the last? Because Juice WRLD said it the best: all girls are the same, but they're not really. So, how would you, after being in a situation such as, would you be able to?
You after going through a situation like that, you take time to yourself. Get to know yourself again. And when you get to know yourself again, you're healing at the same time. So and now you're figuring out what you're gonna tolerate, what you're not gonna tolerate from a person. So the first red flag you see, you're gonna remove yourself from that situation because you don't want the past trauma to kick in and trigger new trauma. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
okay, with the situation you just brought up, hearing the news and knowing that that's what's going on right now, yeah.
Wait,
When I
was it
first heard it,
happening? Wait. Let me. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I wanted to
go ahead.
ask this before you continue because I do want you to finish this completely.
Go ahead.
Was this during or after?
That's honestly, I'm not sure right now. I'm asking myself the same questions.
Okay,
I'm
now
I'm, I'm
continue.
asking myself the same question because when you first hear the news and you get the shit, the first thought that pops in your head is, so were y'all doing this while we were dealing with each other?
Yeah, that's right.
Because it's not convenient and it's not by coincidence that y'all dealing with each other now. Like
Yeah.
neither one of them know that I've asked them both the same question. And they both responded the same way. So because you both responded the same way, and I have some more information that the two of you don't know about, I know y'all messing around. I just came to y'all to see if y'all was gonna keep it real and tell me the truth. But
Right.
because y'all playing the position like y'all don't want to tell me, but y'all know y'all doing it, I'm gonna let y'all have it. I'm gonna let y'all do what y'all do. It just let me know I can't fuck with him, and outside of my child, I can't fuck with you because y'all both did some snake shit. Now, me being who I am now, because I no longer live in the city and I've healed from that relationship, I'm able to move on and trust the next because I'm looking at the next female like, I know for a fact you're not her. Prove me right.
Okay. Okay.
Show me everything that is gonna make me think and prove to me you are not like every other woman that has done anything wrong to me.
I
And
like
so
that.
far, any woman that I have ran into since I've been gone are nothing like the women that I've dealt with that have done me wrong. So it's what lets me know that not every woman out here is the same.
Okay.
You could definitely find you a good woman. Now there's some fucked up women out here that's gonna do some fucked up shit.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Just like there's some fucked up niggas out here that's gonna do some fucked up shit.
Absolutely.
But I tell people all the time, take your past experiences and you use that shit going forward because now you know what you're looking for and what you're not looking for. What you'll tolerate, what you won't tolerate. What
Your
you
do's
gonna
and
put up
don'ts.
with, what you not gonna put up with. Who you gonna fuck with, who you not gonna fuck with. Your past experiences should show you that. If it don't show you that, then that means you didn't learn anything through the hurt that you went through.
Right. Right.
And
Hey, dog.
me just being
What up?
me
Oh wait, hold on. Let
and
me finish. Let me finish. Let me let him. My
being a
bad.
person that's been cheated on in multiple relationships, I notice it's not me. People can literally like, okay, most people in society they looking for somebody that got 100%, right? Not
Um.
knowing you might only get 80. Shit, your ass might get 60.
Yeah, and it's funny
And
how
the
you say
percentage
that
that's
because
missing from what you got going on and what you're trying to look for, that's more appealing to you than what's in front of you.
yeah,
So you can literally lose the best thing that happened to you because you're searching for what's missing from them. Everybody gonna fall short somewhere. Nobody's perfect.
yep,
So women, you might get a man that don't have this. Man, you might get with a woman that don't have this and have that. It's about what you're gonna accept. You see what I'm saying?
and I
So
like that.
like if you
I like
looking
how you
for
say
more than what you already have, you're already setting yourself up for failure. Because the grass is not always greener on the other side. You feel me? And this is what I be trying to tell people like with relationships, like you gotta realize sometimes it's gonna be 50-50. It's gonna be 70-30. It's gonna be 80-20. And the percentage that you missing in your relationship, it's gonna always look more appealing.
that.
It
Uh-huh.
doesn't mean it's better for you.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to infidelity and being in a relationship with somebody that cheats, there's two things that go on with cheating. Men cheat because something missing in their relationship. Women cheat because they trying to replace the nigga that ain't doing what he's supposed to do. So women gonna cheat emotionally and mentally before they cheat physically. Men, we cheat physically with no emotional attachment. None.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And when that emotional attachment don't exist, it's easier for us to detach ourselves from the situation. Women, they cheat emotionally. So it's a little bit harder for them to get rid of, you know what I'm saying, they certain situation that they fucking with. But do I believe like you can forgive somebody and move on and try to build something better than what y'all had before? Absolutely.
Okay,
It
and
could
I'm glad you
like
said that
it could very
because
well
this
happen.
next
It could
question
very
I
well happen.
have,
I don't like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think like hard like everybody else think it is. You see what I'm saying? Like
it, I'm glad that you just said those words because this next question I have is for A. How you doing, A?
What's up?
You thought you weren't going to participate? I'll be damned if you're not today. So,
Mhm.
with that being said, and that strike one for you, Jay, because you said feel. You said feel. The rules are never to say feel and want on the show. Keep that in mind. Question is for you, A. Can you and I really and this is a good question just to bounce off of what he was doing. Can you build intimacy with someone who's cheated?
I ask this question a lot, and I never can get
And
an
I want
answer.
all of y'all to answer this if y'all can. If I want all of y'all to answer this if y'all can.
Like I said, I asked this question a lot, and I never got an answer. I've been asking this on my Facebook before I've been asked this show. This is the reason why I made the script for the show to talk about this. But to me personally, you know, uh, it's a lot of things that I would like to say about this topic. Yay and nay. A lot
Go
of people,
break it down.
a lot of people are strong enough to, saying compromise, talk it over. I ain't gonna say a lot, but some, you know, can talk it over, you know, and you got some that be like, nah, I just can't do it. I don't feel the trust, or vice versa. So I guess it's all about the mentality and the mind frame, I guess.
Mhm.
Do y'all mind if I, even though I am the host, I would like to inject my 2 cents in on this particular topic, if you do not mind?
What's that?
Do y'all mind? Do y'all mind?
The fuck you
Go
telling me to
ahead.
do your mind for? You the host, nigga.
Okay.
What the
Now
fuck?
there's two ways. There's two ways. Don't interrupt me, or else I'll don't. But anyways, there's two ways. There's two
Hey,
ways of
hey,
looking
I'm not
at
I'm
this.
not gonna lie to you real quick. The chat
What's up,
going
bro?
crazy, yo. The chat going crazy.
Yeah, I tell you, yeah, that's how we do. Y'all
The
like,
chat is
comment,
going
subscribe.
crazy. Yeah, the comments is going crazy, bro.
Now, I want to. There's two ways of looking at this. Now, the one that you had just mentioned, which is like that has to be a deal breaker. If you're dealing with someone who is in their past cheated with their previous person, then there's nothing to keep out of your mind saying that they're not going to do me the same way. So that always and automatically becomes a deal breaker. Now,
But
the
that's why I say
situation
that
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 I
right there, that right
now,
there is the reason why I say it's a mental thing or vice versa because of that,
But
what you just said.
here's the kicker, because individuals used to go through this back in the day, like back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s and stuff. There was a lot of brothers that had kids outside of their wedding, and you didn't know that you had to have brothers until the funeral and shit like that.
Big facts.
Now those individuals, those women were strong enough to allow that and still keep them in. There were secrets that we never knew until they died. They were
Facts.
strong enough to keep those secrets bound, but still keep the family intact. So when I say that, I'll be like, it's two ways of looking at it. There is a whole lot of distrust when you cheat on someone. How are you supposed to trust that person? But then in the same breath, you have to think to yourself, if you've been with this person for so long, are you really ready to throw that away and start fresh over?
That
Because a
goes
lot of people don't
that goes
acknowledge how hard it
yeah,
is
but that
starting
goes
over
back to
with
the
a new relationship after you done spend 10 years with the individual.
yeah, and that goes back to like the old days too, like grandma. You know what I'm saying? Grandma, just because Grandma
Big
Emma,
Mama, yeah, Big Mama stayed with Big Daddy.
yeah, yeah, just because Big Mama was out, at home with the kids, taking care of the kids and shit. But Papa, he was still bringing home the bacon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But Papa been around the block, around the corner a couple of times, and had
on his
eight
way to the
kids,
stove.
12 kids on Emma, on Big
Yeah,
Mama. So
yeah.
I mean,
again,
shit. I
you
mean,
know what I'm
shit.
saying? It's a like I said, it's
Now,
I
what do
mean,
you
if you
consider?
were,
What is a kept woman? That is a that I could you please type in that definition so I
what
can
is a what
understand what
now?
you mean by
You said
kept?
what is a what now?
Because the comment when I was bringing it, he said those were considered kept women. I want to know what the definition of that is so I can understand where that person is coming from. But
A kept woman is that is a woman that realizes at the end of the day she knows the situation is the best situation she gonna get. She knows that whatever situation she's in, whoever she's dealing with, she knows that motherfucker is stepping the way that motherfucker stepping, and ain't nobody out here gonna be able to do what he's doing or above it. Like it's like
shouldn't
it
all
kind
of
of
us
ties
men be
into
shouldn't all of us men be looking like that?
it kind of ties into like
Oh wait, stop. Where's this feedback coming from? I don't like it.
I don't know where that shit came from.
Yo. That's coming from you, A. Fix your microphone.
Yeah,
That's
it gotta be, bro, because I don't hear it no more.
because I just muted his microphone. Yeah, that
it shouldn't
feedback
be
Oh
coming
yeah,
coming
that's
from me.
definitely him. That's definitely him.
It shouldn't be coming
But
from
now
me.
that is
it ties
women
into
that will stand by their man.
the kept woman ties into the like the pick as women call them.
Yeah. Now,
When you think about it.
now I do want to say, like, so it is possible. So from what I'm hearing, it depends on the situation on
Yes.
whether it's possible to be able to rebuild intimacy with someone that cheated on you. I
Yeah,
would
because
really
you
like to hear a woman's perspective on this. I really would. Hey, babe, your opinion,
bro,
real quick. Q, come here.
now you already know where that should go.
Don't tease me.
I was just saying, most women think that there's no way a man
Oh
can
no, it's
rebuild.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
You know how that go.
Okay. Next question while we're doing this, while we're waiting on this, is physical intimacy.
Hmm.
Can you still be physically intimate with a person who betrayed you? Could you still feel that intimacy after you've already dealt with the betrayal? I, I,
If
I'd like to hear this from Holland Jack. And a lot of y'all don't know him as that. I know him as Holland Jack, so I'm gonna just call him that. So,
tap in, bro. Tap
Well,
in, bro.
to a certain extent, I mean, everybody's human, you know. And if you still like got a certain type of bond or relationship with them, you probably can. You know, everything is really on a hot and cold basis. You know, it depends on who that person is psychologically. If they, you know, y'all done had so many years in a relationship and you pretty much know, you know what I'm saying, this, and that about that person, that can happen. Don't get me wrong, but I still think, you know, I don't think trust can be rebuilt fully. I mean, it can always be rebuilt, but
As far as physical
in certain,
intimacy,
yeah, but I'm just saying in certain situations that you might not mess with that person again. You feel me? Like if somebody running around here like just I've been seeing stuff all over, you know, YouTube and other places. Man, these chicks talking about they not telling nobody they doing this or doing that with this person, and then they just passing stuff out. It's like, you know, that's crazy. Like for
it's
real.
very irresponsible.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, even then, everything can be forgiven and move. You know, you can move on, but it just depends on, I guess, how people feel when they get betrayed. Kind of say it that way. But
Um,
it's real. It can happen. You know, I ain't gonna turn it down and say no, but you know,
So,
tell
hey,
everybody to end up messing with somebody that they already, you
yeah.
know, had a prior relationship with.
So, hey, while you're still here, do you think that you can still be physically intimate when someone who has betrayed you already?
No,
Break it down.
it's the trust, vulnerability. Uh,
Vulnerabilities. That's a yeah.
Trust, vulnerability. Um, what's the other word I'm looking for? It's another word. Uh, I can't think of it right now, but yeah, trust, vulnerability. Uh, it's a very It's very. It's a key into a relationship when it comes to that. And if you don't have the vulnerability or the trust to deal with somebody, that's going to be kind of hard to open yourself up to give them your body. Period.
Hmm, okay. Now, I just read this comment. Keep in mind that forgiveness is a godly man is God oh damn, I'm high. Mandated and that is controlled by human choice. Forgiveness is a very strong thing, and it actually, and I agree, forgiveness helps the person you're forgiving and the person that's forgiving in the long run. But after you but let's be honest. Do you still get turned on by that same person that cheated on you the same way you did before you found out?
Y'all want me to chime in?
I would love for you to.
Okay. Like I said, y'all forget. I've been through this.
No,
Like
believe me, I have too. I
twice.
have
Well,
been through
actually 3 or 4 times.
I don't
Um,
know about that.
the one that tested me the most was my first marriage because she cheated multiple times. It wasn't just a one time thing. She cheated multiple times. She cheated with both sexes. Okay.
Both
Mind
sex.
you, both sex, men and women.
The fuck?
I'm gonna keep
Mind
it
you,
real. I'm gonna keep it real before you finish. This is just what I think.
go ahead.
I don't think it counts if it's with a female. Just throwing it out there.
No, it definitely is because you're sleeping with somebody that is not your spouse.
That's where you supposed to. That's where you would jump in and be like,
I get it. I get it. I trust me. No, I get it. And me and her had those type of conversations. She
okay,
had
now,
she had rules and restrictions that came with it, and I was like, nah, we're not doing
Okay, so answer this
it.
question.
Go ahead.
If you was bi, would it be the same difference?
If who was by nigga, because that ain't gonna happen over here.
I'm just saying.
that's that
I'm,
nigga said
I'm
that's
just
that
putting a
it
point.
counts.
I'm just putting a point. Like if you was bi, would it be the same difference?
Bro, I don't fucking know. You gotta ask a woman this. Like,
They said that count.
all
You
I'm
know
saying,
it count, but you said it count.
all I'm saying is, me personally, I'm looking at it like the minute you step outside of whatever union you got with whoever you with, you cheating. I don't give a fuck who is with,
Yeah, yeah.
and you don't even have to, do anything sexually to this person. You can be emotionally cheating with this person. Like it's so many different levels to that shit. And I've dealt with so many different levels of it, I'm able to speak on it.
So
Like,
I got this question. So
go
what's the
ahead.
difference before you finish that? Well, finish that, and after you finish that, name the different levels of that of cheating.
Okay. All right, so boom. My first marriage, like I said, she cheated multiple times. And for the longest, I was like, man, there's no way I could be still attracted to this woman, still want to be with this woman. Blah, blah, blah. There's no way. Especially after the very first incident. And then I had to think to myself. And then I processed everything that was going on in my life at the time with her. Number one, I was that nigga. The nigga you were cheating on me with, if he was really that nigga, you would have went to go be with him. There's no way you're gonna still be with me if this is the nigga you really want to be with, because that's the reason you're cheating. Women, like I said, women cheat to replace the nigga that they're with because he's not doing a certain thing she's looking for. And she told me out her own mouth that's the reason why she cheated.
Mm.
But because this nigga wasn't doing everything else that I was doing that you didn't notice, you weren't willing to leave me to go over here. So because of that, that let me know, okay, I'm that nigga. You cheating to get your rocks off and do whatever the fuck you want to do,
And
but you
see,
really know where home. But you really know where home is because I'm taking care of it, and you know ain't nobody else gonna do that.
and see,
You see
that's
what
I
I'm
was about to
saying?
say that. I was just to say that
You
it
see
was
what I'm
just get
saying?
her rocks off. Yeah, I see
So
what you're
she
saying.
literally, I told her to her face, you were literally looking for someone to take my place, and you couldn't find one. No matter how hard you tried, you went to men and women trying to replace and trying to fill that void that you were quote unquote missing. And when you couldn't do it, who's the one you came back to? Me. So that lets me know I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I don't have to question myself. I'm not the reason you're cheating. You're the reason you're cheating because you're making a conscious decision to go do it.
Yeah. Now check this
And
out, y'all. Check this out. Sometimes, despite the efforts, despite everything, despite whatever we try to do to keep things intact,
mhm,
the signs are there that it's done. Like the situation that we're in is a wrap. So I need to know from you individuals, you three men, which I know you, all three of you have been in this situation, different scenarios, same situation. So I need to know from you men,
mhm.
when is it time to just let go? When is it
Mm.
time? When is it time? And no
Only
matter who the person, I'm gonna give y'all all the same scenario, but y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all gonna give me different answers. Y'all have been with this individual for 5, 6, 8 years. Nobody
oh,
wants to let go after all
no,
that time, honestly. But when do you know when it is time to let go? When is it time? I'm gonna start with you, A, and I'm gonna end with Holland Jack. I'm sorry because his name says something different, but that's just what I know him as. So I'm just gonna keep calling him that. But we're gonna
go
start with
ahead, go ahead, eh?
we're gonna end with Holland Jack.
Why I gotta start it off?
You want me
Because
to
you're
Why I
the
start it?
gotta
host.
start it off?
I'll start it off.
Because
I'll
I'm the
start it
host
off.
and I pick.
I'll start it off.
nah,
I'll start it off.
nah, nah,
Go ahead, eh?
but nah, when is the right time to get the skedaddle out of the relationship when
When is it
intimate is
time?
gone, betrayal?
When is it time?
Shit, you know when it's time. Shit, like mama used to always tell us, or grandma used to always tell us when we had that rough breakup, we like that, like well, we like one of these little young whippersnappers. Shit,
Mm-hmm.
when a woman's fed up, it ain't shit you can do about it. Go for men too. So
No,
Okay.
it definitely do. It definitely do. Like, bro, you
you know
like,
what I'm saying. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying. You will know when it's time. Like the debut. We gonna step it back. You know, we gonna step back one the first episode.
Let's step back
Oh,
then.
girl. You know what I'm saying? For example.
shout out to her.
We're gonna talk about that on a different show, but I'm gonna let him do his
No,
thing.
no, I know what he's gonna do, but yeah, shout out to her.
Because I know she
But
listening. I know she tapped
baby,
in.
baby girl confused, and I'm gonna say it just like that. She confused. She need guidance. You know what I'm saying? And at this time, at that point, if anybody seen that first episode, if you haven't, please go on YouTube, Crown My Table Studios. That's the channel. It is up there. Go like it. I haven't posted a second video yet, so it is what it is.
Look
But
that up.
anyways, back to the subject.
Look for that also on Tagged Up Gaming. If y'all can't find it, Tagged Up Gaming. Like, comment, subscribe. It is up there as well.
Uh, anyways, by that being said, you know what I'm saying. When that time is right, you will know when that time is right. It's a feeling you get, you know. And when that feeling's gone, out of that relationship, that means it's time to pack your shit and get the wobbling your ass on out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
I like that you
Mm.
said that. Now it's your turn, Jay. What is the feeling
Oh,
that he's talking about? That feeling that
um,
he's what is
the
that feeling
feeling
he's talking
it's easy. It's easy. Like you are. You're gonna know when you had enough. Like when you're in a situation and you got somebody doing multiple things to you that you have voiced are disrespectful and you won't tolerate, and they continue to pattern. You, as that person that's in that situation, you're gonna know. Okay, I've had enough of this shit. It's time for me to exit out of this situation. I've had to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a very tough decision to make. Don't get me wrong, because love plays a major factor into it. When you love somebody and you love them very dearly and you love them unconditionally, it's a lot of shit you'll put up with and a lot of shit you'll let them get away with and you'll let slide. But then sometimes you'll get to that point to where you like, nah, fuck this, enough is enough. And when you get to the point to where you saying enough is enough, you already know, okay, it's time for me to remove myself from this situation because it's not adding anything to what I'm doing. It's subtracting. Because now my focus ain't on what I got going on. My focus is on this shit. My focus is on if you gonna fuck over me or if you gonna do some more fucked up shit to me on top of what you've already done. The minute you start questioning what somebody's intentions is and you're in a relationship with them, it is definitely time to remove yourself. Because the whole time y'all in a relationship, that's all you gonna do. You're gonna question everything they do. You're gonna question their motives. You're gonna question everything. And you don't want to do that. In a relationship, you shouldn't have to. Because you should be in a relationship and love somebody unconditionally. And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people love under conditions, not unconditionally. And when I say that, what I'm saying is women, y'all love with conditions. Men, we love unconditionally.
additionally. That is 100% true.
See, women love a man according to what he can provide and what he can do for her. Men, we don't give a fuck about what you can provide and what you can do for us. We want to just know you got us. We want to know you got our back. We want to know when we fall, you're gonna be there to pick us up. We want to know like when we at our lowest point, we can turn to you and you can help get us back on what we got going on. You feel me? We don't care about all that other shit. We don't care about what you have to offer outside of that. We just want to make sure you're gonna make sure when we off our shit that we get back on our shit. That's all we care about from a woman. But a woman, she want to make sure he can pay for this, she can do this, he can do that. I gotta feel this way, I gotta feel that. It's so much shit. So the minute a man in a situation like that, if your woman doing you dirty, nigga, you gonna know instantly. Oh yeah, no, she ain't the one. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Men gonna know this. We know this. Like we know what we want with a woman within the first 90 days of us talking to this woman. Literally in 3 months of us talking to this woman, we know where this shit going. We know if it's a future or not. All this other shit, like when niggas fucking waiting 10 and 15 years to get married, bro, it don't take that long. We know exactly what we want with you in the first 90 days.
Exactly.
And and the first few red flags, 9 times out of 10, we gonna distance ourselves from the situation. You feel me? And we gonna completely remove ourselves from the situation. Women won't do that. Women will lead a man on and make him think of something else, and the whole time she doing what she doing with you, it's three or four niggas over here. She doing the same shit.
Mm.
You just one of many, like so you'll know when it's time for you to be like, nah, I'm not fucking with this shit. Cause you always gonna get that feeling like, nah, I can't trust this motherfucker. I'm gonna question everything they doing. I'm gonna question everything they saying. I don't think they this. I don't think they that. Like once you get to that stage, it's time to go.
Colin Jack.
Man, Cuddy, to be truthful, what I want you to do is restate the question one more time so I can answer.
When do you know it's time to let go?
I'm gonna tell you exactly when you know. You always get a feeling that somebody ain't carrying a relationship like you carrying a relationship. That's first and foremost. If they drop the ball and they not holding their end of the bargain, you really start going down on their trust in your mind. And once you start debating how much you can trust somebody or what their actual intentions is, my trust it starts running like water. It'll go from 100% and it's just gonna keep dropping until you show and prove that you gonna carry the relationship.
Mhm.
Now, when they get to playing and oh, I got other options, I start cutting their rope. And I just get frosty ice cold and I just stop talking to them because I know I'm not gonna get the truth. And after a while, to be truthful, we should never sit and question ourselves. We should question the character of that person that we dealing with. That's bald faced truth. Don't question yourself. Question the person that you're dealing with because they telling you one thing and they not matching that energy. That's just like these gold digger pranks they doing. The guy he get her and he talking to her on the sidewalk and she's good and oh I got a boyfriend and as soon as he goes to the car, all of a sudden she's green. She all the way green. Oh I'm going. I'm going. I'll do whatever you want me to do. So that means I got a few pieces of candy in my pocket, a few dollars. You want it? I'm gonna cut your rope because you showing me in your
Nah, you right. You bang. Ooh,
Now, we have a new guest in here. We have a guest in here, so I'm going to take time to let you introduce yourself. Please do such.
All right, what's happening? It's Chubby Idris Elba, man, host of the Modern Black Man podcast, CEO of themodernblackman.com, and honored to be on the panel.
Yeah. He is he this man he is good he's good people. I have been on his show before and it was very interesting. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe to his channel. And since you came in, I'll ask you the question that I asked my other folks up here.
All right.
No matter what you deal with in a relationship, you know what I'm saying, there's gonna be times where you have to say enough is enough. So I want to ask you, when do you think I'm just tagged up gaming? I ain't Samuels, but when do you think it is time to let it go and cash your chips in?
Yo, you already know, like, I'm a little different, man. I'll be honest, I don't have much patience. I'm listening to the questions and experiences from everybody on the panel. I have a quick fuse. As soon as I identify it, this could definitely be a detriment. I'm out. Like immediately. I think that that's a power that we don't talk about enough. Whether it's marriage, dating, or something that's more casual than that, I'm out very quickly. But that's me to answer your question. As soon as I sense disrespect, as soon as I sense you're leaning on friends, colleagues, family, anybody that's not me and I'm an internal partner, I'm
Yeah,
out. As soon as I feel like I can't trust you, I don't have trust in the relationship, I'm out. As soon as I feel like I'm doing more than my partner, I'm out. But that
that's right.
could be me being making premature decisions. I'm out.
Okay. Now, while we're on the topic, I want to start off by saying I appreciate all you gentlemen tapping in and joining on. And I feel like since this is a topic, I feel like I should go into a story that actually matches this topic. And just to know that, and just the feeling with Jay was talking about earlier, that everybody, most of us has experienced this, if not all. So let me take these off for a second and we can get right into it. That's how you know I'm serious. But 2022 was one of the worst years I've ever experienced in life, period. Holland Jack and Little A are witnesses to know how much I love my grandmother, how much I loved her. If anybody doesn't know, them two guys do. How much I loved her. Now, my grandmother passed away from COVID, January 16th of 2022. Worst time I've ever experienced. Worst time I've ever experienced her. But around that time, I found out, I don't know why he tapped out, but I'm gonna add him back in. But I don't know why that I was dealing with this. I was, around that time, I found out that the person who I was talking to was messing with one of my closest friends. And like around the time, and the messed up part is I found out on the first Mother's Day that my grandma that didn't have my grandmother.
Damn.
I found out that day. And the thing about it is like the motherfucker, the nigga didn't stop. They never stopped. They never stopped. Like that was still going on, and they still telling me something different, and they never stopped. I was at my very worst. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, I knew I had to give it up. And a sign came. I'll never forget this. I was at the library on 31st and Prospect. I hit Little A up. And I was like, yo, I asked him some other shit that had nothing to do with nothing. And he just said, yo, where you at? I'm about to come get you.
Damn.
Right then and there, I knew because those people, and I don't want to say their names, but they still tried hitting me up after I was gone and shit. You know what I'm saying? They still tried to be cool with me after I was gone and shit. Like at that point, I knew, like even way before I knew it was time. I knew it was done. I knew I couldn't. That was just the icing on the cake. That was just the icing on the cake. The reason why I say this is that if you're ever in a situation like this, and I'm talking to the watchers too, you need time and healing means a whole lot to a person. You can take time out to yourself to heal. There's nothing wrong with it. Nobody's asking or forcing anyone to jump back in there to get a rebound because really you're not ready for that. And us men are different. Us men are different because whether we want to admit it or not, we get more emotionally attached than women do in a relationship. We get more emotionally attached.
In a
So
relationship.
that thing is broken. Once that thing is betrayed, it takes a while for us to recover. So I want to tell all the brothers out there, anybody that's out there watching, take time. If you're dealing with this, take time out to recover. Take time out to heal. You can forgive whenever. It's not a crime to take forever to forgive. Because it doesn't. Because I still haven't forgiven these mothers. I might never do it until I'm at my deathbed or something like that. But but the time to heal means so much more than you just wallowing in what happened in the past. Because to me, it happened for a reason. All of us found out for a reason. All of us got hurt for a reason. To be stronger. Because we couldn't meet the person that we really needed if we were still a broken person after what happened with the last individual. Betrayal is a very strong thing, and betrayal never happens from your enemies. That's what hurts more about the word betrayal. You never are betrayed by your enemies. You're always betrayed by the person you call brother, friend, or any type of relative. That's what makes the betrayal so hard, and that's why we need to take more time out to heal ourselves, get back in touch with who we are, remind ourselves who we are. And once we find out really who we are, then we can go out and get who was really meant for us.
So much
hey, I'm glad you said it because I said that earlier too. I said that earlier. I said
Stop.
it a different. I said it a different way, but that's definitely what you need to do. Like, man, when you go through some traumatic shit with a person, and that person really hurt you, and that person really scorned you and really fucked you up,
Yeah.
your best revenge is to go find who you are without that person.
Is to be that, and I hate to say this because I don't want to get back, but is to be that nigga.
Yeah.
That's what
And
is
and I'm gonna be real. He hit the nail on the head. Most men scared to do that.
absolutely.
Most men are scared to like leave a situation they know is toxic. They
Nah,
know they no.
it's
Listen
a.
to what I'm saying. Listen
I
to
know
what
what
I'm
you about to
saying.
say, but it's a lot of men out here that's scared to be by themselves.
Mm.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah,
I was just about, because that's the
that's
first part of healing. The
yeah.
first part of healing is you
By
gotta be by
yourself.
yourself, bro.
Be by yourself.
When you leave a toxic situation, it is not a good idea to go get into another toxic
Which is
situation.
which I had just said. It is okay to be by
Nine
yourself
times,
for a while.
9 times out of 10, if you ever leave a toxic situation, is you gonna get into another toxic situation.
I
Right.
disagree. I disagree. I disagree.
Mm.
No, bro. Not if you take the time once you leave a toxic situation, if you really take the time to be like, you know what, all right, this situation was toxic. Let me go find me. Let me go figure out who the fuck I am. If you really take that time to go do that, heal from this toxic bullshit that didn't add nothing to what you had going on, and you really take that and do that, you're gonna know. Like he said, you're gonna know, okay, this is what's for me and this is what's not for me.
Mm.
Because you're gonna know your tolerance. You're gonna know the shit
I
you're
got
gonna deal
something
with
to
and
add
what
to
you're
that.
not gonna deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna figure out certain shit when you get to know who you are as a person and as an individual and who you are without being with somebody that's toxic. You know what I'm saying? Once you figure all that shit out, I'm telling you, you'll know how much better off you're gonna be.
Can I make 2 points?
Go
Go ahead.
ahead.
Please.
I think the best revenge or recovery is to be desired or to be in a relationship, a situation with someone that truly desires you and the other person has to see it. I also think
Hmm.
that the greatest loss is when that person wins and they create that self doubt, that seed that leads to a loss of confidence for a man. Those are just the 2 points I want to lead with because there is no greater victory than connecting with your destiny, than finding someone that appreciates everything about you, all the things that the person previously couldn't see, and there is no greater loss than failing time after time after time. Like I think A was saying, 9 out of 10 times because you got that toxicity in you. Because you have a stench of failure from some bald head hoe named Keisha that you had no business being with. Those are my 2 points.
No, you
Keisha and
hey,
Bianca.
hey,
Hey,
what?
and
What?
I was
Hey,
saying,
what? Hey,
and
boy,
I was
you
saying,
said what we was trying to say.
after that relationship, everybody should try to get therapy for real. We need to start running from that word. Therapy
Nah,
matter, especially
Therapy. I think all but therapy. You hit it right there. Therapy.
I've been trying to do. If anybody watched the Shy,
Yeah.
you know
Do
how
we?
they had you know how they had their man group,
Yeah.
their little therapy group. I actually been trying to start one of them. Like everybody need that shit because that is real. That was some G shit they started. Like
Therapy
Really
is
on some
is.
real shit.
therapy is very real and it helps in the long run. Take it from
for
someone who's
real,
actually dealt with therapy and is trying to get therapy again. You
Yeah.
know,
for real. Because see, we be running from it, but America is a traumatizing place, and a lot of people don't really know that they broken until they go get some help. And sometimes you have to tell the person that's closest to you to get some help because they traumatized and the toxicity that they going through and the people that they're around. When
Mhm.
somebody fear mongering and hate mongering and all of that stuff, Don't sit around them too long because then you start feeling some type of way. You start getting angry about a situation, or you try to
Mm.
put yourself in their shoes. These movies, that's hate and fear mongering too. Oh, somebody tried to get you. Ain't nobody coming for you. You doing that in your mind, and then you projected it onto the next person. You damaged goods at that point.
It's compounded
I ain't
over
trying to see if
generations.
you sick. What you say?
I
I
said it's
have a question.
compounded over
Go ahead.
generations. As black men, we have generational trauma. We've been
Yeah,
traumatized since we arrived.
yeah.
Now I have a question for all of you, and I really am. I want to get into this question. I'll do
Before you say stop that, go back to his last comment.
therapy. Therapy is a bad word for black folks.
Yes,
Mm.
and it really is. I don't know why, but black folks, please, if you need to talk to somebody, you really don't know your own
Do
people
it.
all in your business.
Do it.
It's secret. They ain't gonna tell the police you killed a nigga.
Hey,
It's called confidentiality. It's
hey,
called confidentiality, and
let's
they
be let's
that is against the law for them to talk about anything that you tell them,
Unless it's
let's
about to be a crime, though.
unless it's a crime.
let's,
But
Because there's
even
some of
then, if
these
it's a crime, they
self-reporters that'll
still
snitch
can't.
on you.
But even if it's a crime, they still can't say nothing because they're still your doctor. Now, unless
no,
you fire them,
no, let's be real. I'm just gonna say what most people probably don't want to hear. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room. Black
Mm.
people ain't scared of therapy. You know why? You know why? You know why black people are not scared of therapy?
Because they're more scared of accountability.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
yeah, that makes sense.
They're not scared of therapy, and here's why I say this, and this is why accountability comes into play. The average black person that's going through something that's traumatizing to them, and they don't know how to maneuver or how to heal from it or wherever the case is, guess what they're doing? They're on the phone
Hey,
and they're talking to somebody about it. They might not be talking to a therapist, but they're talking to somebody about what they're going through. They're
that part.
venting.
Yeah.
They're venting.
Yeah.
And the whole time that they're venting, 9 times out of 10, the person they're venting to is not holding them accountable for the fuck shit that they're doing.
Right. And they're not a
That's that.
professional, and they just gassing
That's
them up to
that.
make more bad
Because in
decisions.
order for you to go to therapy and seek therapy and be real about therapy, guess what you have to realize? You've done some fucked up shit.
Mm.
You played a
Yep.
part in some of the shit that you've played a part in some of your trauma. And a lot
Yep.
of people don't want to face that elephant in the room. They want to just leave it there. But
Yep.
that's what it is. We're not scared of therapy because we quick to pick that phone up and call somebody and vent to them. But to
Why
go
is that
actually
though?
sit it because we feel like, all right, most therapists are what?
White.
Exactly. And most black people do not feel like they don't feel comfortable sitting in front of a white person telling them about their problems because
Therapy
they
is
feel
not.
that
I'm gonna
because
say
they
this.
feel go ahead.
Go ahead, finish. So I'll let you
Um,
finish.
but most black people are not finna sit in front of a white person and tell them about their problems because they think this white person can't relate. Not knowing that this person that you're taking therapy from
Mm-hmm.
had to go through therapy themselves.
Right.
Yeah,
I want
So
to
they
make a
had
point
so
after the
you know
next.
yeah,
they
and that's
they
that's what. But that, but the thing about that is, I like for my a therapist to admit and be real. Like shit, I go through therapy myself, and this and that. That's a real therapist. Those are the therapists I want to go to.
and
Those are the
most
ones I
therapists are
rather go to.
but
But I ain't gonna.
most therapists are
But
that way.
people gotta realize and think about it. Like nigga, you can pick your own therapist.
Right.
You can pick who you want. I got a black therapist. I ain't gonna lie. I go to therapy, and
Mm-hmm.
hey, my therapist is cool as fuck. Hey, we be sitting there having some deep conversations. He be putting me on some shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's because you're comfortable with your therapist. Your therapist is not only the same skin color as you, but
Mm.
that therapist has given you an environment to where you're so comfortable with him y'all are able to have the conversations that y'all have, whether it's a him or a woman. I don't know who it is, but that person has created a space to where you're comfortable and you're vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And most, like, you got to think about it. Most black men have trouble being vulnerable
You
because the
know
minute
we
that a black
do.
because the minute a black man is vulnerable, the person he's vulnerable with is gonna use the shit that he was just vulnerable with against him.
Against
So
you.
now
Yep.
he's reserved and he don't want to be vulnerable.
Right.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So you connecting with your therapist like that and y'all able to have deep conversations is because therapist has created a space to where you're like, nah, I'm cool.
Mm.
I'm comfortable. I could talk to them about certain shit I might not be able to talk to my mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, my best friend. I can't talk to them, but I can come to him or her. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying like black people, we not scared. We not scared of therapy. We not because we do it all the fucking time. As soon as we pick the phone up to call somebody,
Yep.
we just scared to sit in front of somebody that's gonna hold us accountable for where we led to some of the shit that's went on.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Accountability is a motherfucker. But a lot of people are allergic to that shit.
Hmm.
If they fucking Superman, nigga, accountability is they goddamn kryptonite. Like, let's be real. A lot of
Yep.
people don't like accountability. They don't like being told, no, you wrong. You did this wrong. You did that wrong. You moved this way when you should have went this way. You did this when you should have did that. A lot of people don't like hearing that, but they need to hear it
I'm a
because you
name
can't
drop.
keep. Go ahead, name drop.
Marquita Myrick, findmytherapist.com. Black lady, black CEO that I know that runs a therapy company. And half of what she does is connecting people to therapists that they want to be with. So if you are listening and you are someone that wants to empower themselves with a consultant, as I call it, or a therapist, I would definitely suggest getting in contact with Find My Therapist. That's all.
Man, I went through I went through therapy after my first divorce, and I didn't want to do it. I because I'm like this motherfucker can't relate to nothing I'm going through. Like you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking like this. I'm like you can't relate to like, and I would say within the first 2 months I was like, all right, I'm cool with this. This is gonna help me, and it did help me heal. It helped me get back to dating and doing all that because I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna do it. Like that first
Right.
marriage tore me apart. It like
Yeah.
my first marriage really tore me down.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm through with all this shit. I don't want to do none of this shit. Went to therapy. I think I did therapy with that woman for like a year. And by the time that year was up, I was ready to explore and do. I ended up getting into relationships and more shit because I went to therapy.
And
I
your
I
next was so
seen
much better than your last, wasn't it?
nigga what that relationship I got in after my
Yeah.
first marriage. Oh my god, was so bomb.
Yeah.
Get it? Me and the person ain't together now, but we still the
Good.
best of friends right now.
Something you
We
couldn't
still
maybe do
like we
before.
still like we looked at each other. We agreed like you know what we not about to be cool relationship wise, but we cool friendship. She's still my best friend to this day.
That's dope.
Like still my best friend to this day. Like that's the type of bond I got with that woman. You feel me? And it's based off literally some of the healing and shit that I did when I went to therapy. Because I had to look at myself like, nah, nigga, you thought you was this and nigga, you wasn't doing this and you wasn't doing that, and then you did this and then you did that. So this happened with that. Like somebody held me accountable, like, no, okay, I hear you on this, but did you ever think maybe this person felt like this or felt like that? And people don't think that shit. People only think when they're in a relationship it's one sided. No. It's another motherfucker over here you gotta consider. It ain't just you. Like, yeah, your feelings involved, but you got another person that's involved too. You know what I'm saying? And most people negate that. They forget that when you're in a relationship, you gotta consider this person. So the way you move and some of the things you do, this person might not be cool with. And if they feel away, you gonna brush it off and do you and do whatever. Whole time this person over here hurting. So now this
Mm.
person finna go out and do some fuck shit to make your ass hurt because they ass hurt. Now you
All
suffering,
right.
and now you got some trauma because of that. You feel me?
It changed your brain.
I dig so.
Exactly. It changes your whole way of thinking, bro. So that's where therapy, like, yeah, man, you definitely got to go do that. Definitely. Please go do that.
Y'all ready for the final question?
Let's get it.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Let's,
And this is
Let's
let's
gonna
get
go.
be
it.
another curveball because that's what
Let's get
tagged up
it.
be doing. That's
Let's
what I
get
be
it. Let's
doing.
get
Because
this last
when
one.
I'm the host, is lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it a
Man,
bean. I'm just
hey, I
keeping
ain't
it a
gonna lie.
bean.
I ain't gonna lie. This is a fire episode right now, man. If y'all ain't
So,
tapped in, tap in, like, subscribe, do
and
everything.
this is the curve I'm gonna throw to y'all. Let's say a person chooses to stay after the betrayal, right? What advice would you give that person to manage their doubts and their insecurities, so to speak?
Ooh.
Let's say, yeah.
Let me start. Let me start.
Yeah, you start with that.
I'll start because I've been in that situation.
Uh-huh.
Um, the minute you make the decision in your mind that okay, this person did this, but I'm gonna stick it out. That forgive and forget comes into play. Granted, you might not forget, but it does not need to be the topic of conversation every time you get into it with a person.
Mm.
Because you're gonna have disagreements and arguments and stuff like that throughout the relationship when you decide I'm still gonna pursue it. But you don't need to bring up the past trauma in a totally new situation. And that's where most people fuck up at. They take that old trauma, and as soon as a new argument happens, they address the new argument and they bring the old trauma to it, not knowing that that old trauma is gonna do more damage than the new trauma that you finna have
Mm.
because you haven't let go of your old trauma. You're still holding on to it. See, okay, you don't have to forget it. You can remember that shit all day long. But if you truly forgive somebody, you are not gonna bring that shit up. And the reason why you're not gonna bring it up is because it holds no weight over your life at that moment in time, regardless of what they do.
Mm.
So they can do anything brand new outside of the old trauma that you already have. And it can trigger you. But your best response is to be like, okay, I'm gonna address the new trauma, but I'm gonna leave that old shit. I'm gonna leave that old shit alone. Because they looking for you to bring the old shit up because that's what happens. People do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people will say, oh, I forgive you and I forget. And you could get in an argument 5 minutes later about some bullshit and they gonna bring that shit up.
Mm-hmm.
And now you arguing about that and you ain't even arguing about what the fuck you was arguing about in the first place. That's why most relationships don't end up lasting after people say, oh, we know we gonna give it a chance. You can't if you still holding on to old shit. When you say you forgive somebody, you have to truly forgive that person. That means I'm gonna forgive you. No, I don't forget what you did. But when we get into the new shit, I'm not gonna bring this old shit up. That old shit gonna stay over here buried. I'm gonna leave it there. We're not gonna address it. We just gonna address the new shit we got going on. Cause the minute that old shit come in, now everything fucked up. That's where domestic violence and all that shit come into play because people literally hold on to old shit. Let it go.
I see what you're saying. And I like
Yeah,
what she
bro.
said. I like what she said too. You can't just be bringing
Oh,
you forget somebody. You know what I'm saying?
wow. Hey, bro, I won't even lie to you. You know who that is?
Mm-mm.
Hey, hey, you should know exactly who that is.
But I don't.
I don't. I maybe if I was to look,
You know I
but
smoke a
not at
lot.
the moment.
You know I smoke a lot.
Hey. All I'm gonna say is, hey, Job Corps.
Huh?
I ain't never go there. So I'm
Probably.
good.
Like I said,
No,
probably.
that's the mother of my child right there.
Oh
Man,
shit.
how the fuck is
Okay.
we supposed to know? Why didn't you just start off with that shit? Man, guess
Yeah,
who
that's
that
yeah,
is? You won't
that's yeah,
believe who that is. Man, you won't
that's
believe who that is. Man.
because that nigga he used to be around me in Job Corps, so he should know who that is. Nigga, yeah, that's my oldest son's mama right there.
Yeah, you won't believe who that is. You could have been like, "Oh, that's just my BM." They're like, "Oh, that's what's up." You have to throw all this extra
Uh,
stuff.
No. She definitely not a BM. It's a big
wh-
difference. It's
whatever.
big
While we
difference. Big
walking down,
difference.
while we walking down memory lane, whatever happened to Deshaun?
You talking to me?
Talking to him
Oh,
from Job Corps. Whatever happened to Deshaun?
I'm gonna have to talk to you about that off camera.
Well,
oh
I
no,
just asked.
hey,
I'm not
but
the BM.
what he said was
You know
facts.
what I mean. You know what? God damn it,
If
you
he
know what I mean.
forgives somebody,
Let me
Bro,
get my other glasses on.
look. All I'm
Let
gonna
me put
say
my other
is,
glasses on.
all I'm gonna say is this. Hey, y'all put two and two together, and it's gonna give you four. He just mentioned the name, right?
He did.
Yeah,
Did you
I
see how
mentioned.
my you mentioned the name? Did you see how my mood changed?
Uh-uh.
Oh.
No, this is why I don't like people. It's three other
And
niggas
Oh.
on this goddamn podcast, and we don't know what you're
hey,
talking about.
we
Wow.
ain't gotta
no,
go. We ain't gotta go no
no,
deeper. We ain't gotta get no
Cool,
no.
deeper. But
cool.
by his reaction, he know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Okay, cool. Now,
Am I wrong? Hey,
I
did
just
you get
remember
it?
what I just.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. I just
Hey,
caught on from
hey,
what you've been saying all day. So yeah, okay.
but you ain't the only one that caught it because they did too. The only one that didn't is him.
who you pointing at?
You didn't catch it, but they did.
You pointing at me?
Yeah, everybody
Don't
caught it,
point
but
out the
you.
host. I'll mute your ass. Don't point at
I'm
me.
just saying.
I'll mute your shit real quick.
No, hey, but look. Everybody caught it, but you.
That's cool. That's cool. But I'll still mute you though.
I know you. I know you will. I don't mean no disrespect. I'm just saying.
No, I'm fucking with you.
He
Hey,
mentioned the name. Hey, he mentioned the name, and yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much all it is. But hey,
Whew.
I do want to say that this was a great episode. I appreciate all of y'all tapping in. Now, before I do close out, I do want y'all to get y'all promotion on. So, without further ado, I'm gonna fall back and let y'all do y'all promo thing, starting with whoever wants to start.
Do your thing.
TheModernBlackman.com. We are on YouTube. We are on all meta platforms, and we're on X. We've got a lot of content slated and scheduled for 2025. I'm going to have a lot of comedians. Hopefully, I can get Nima Williams, if you remember him, Joe Claire, Von Michaels, Ivory Corley, and hopefully more. TheModernBlackman.com. We rocking it. That's all I got.
All right, well, y'all want to make sure that y'all like, comment, subscribe to Tagged Up Gaming. Make sure y'all tune in to the Bars of Real episodes. Tomorrow, we going to be doing a battle rap boxing watch party. So if y'all fucks with Tagged Up, or if y'all fucks with my brother Ish Your Boy, or anybody in the game, you know what I'm saying? Tell me that they sent y'all. And I'm gonna let y'all get through and all of that. And then later on, later on down, we're gonna be doing the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul watch party. You know what I'm saying? So y'all want us to tap in, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the Facebook page, to the YouTube channels, and y'all will be in tune with everything we do. You know what I'm saying? So as long as y'all stay tuned in, then y'all gonna know everything. Next episode, we're gonna be talking about next bros talk. Me and Ish Your Boy gonna be talking about the Young Thug situation. So I know y'all gonna want to tap in on that situation. So with that being said, anybody else want to promo?
Yeah, you
Man,
right.
go
Go
ahead.
go ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. You
No,
got it.
you go ahead.
Go, nigga. You got
Go. Oh no. I ain't gonna go. I ain't gonna do it.
Make sure you
Right
give me a
here, look
it.
for me. I'm
You
on
see how you
one.
do it? Look,
Just
and I'm
want to
telling
tell
you what I'm
y'all
saying.
what's going on next. You know, we all on here, and I'm coming. But it's gonna be different ways that I'm coming. I'm shooting these shorts, and I'm gonna be reading to y'all next. Because what's getting
Let's
ready to
get it.
happen next is gonna be an experience change for this world. We actually getting ready to meet the living God, man. Christ is on his way in. This war ain't for no reason. That's why it's very important for everybody to go and vote. vote for who y'all know need to be put in office so we can change everything over from what's going on right now.
I
That's
ain't mad
right.
at it.
That's right.
I ain't mad at it. Man, you already know, man. Look, we're gonna have a next episode of Family First next week. You know what I'm saying, man? Tap in, you feel me? Tap in with everybody that's on this podcast and on this panel. You know what I'm saying? Be on the lookout, man. The Robinson way, the Taylor-made talk. We
Taylor
finna
May
come y'all
talk.
way with some shit. Taylor-made talk on the way, man. We gonna tap in with y'all. I'm writing some scripts. I got some music on the way. You know what I'm saying? Taylor-made Productions, man. Y'all tap in, man.
Y'all remember, bars are real, people are
People are
fake.
fake.
God loves you, the devil doesn't.
But
Bow.
y'all know what it is.
Family first, yeah. Stay on track. Talking real life. Never hold back.